You can't play any game without encountering some sort of glitch or bug at least once. It's pretty impossible to make the perfect game, and even Fortnite isn't immune to things going wrong once in a while. Sometimes these glitches can be a little bit of fun, but sometimes they can completely break the game, giving people unfair advantages or just making the game crash altogether. Season 5 has just started for Fortnite, and it looks like Epic Games need to fire their QA testing team because these are the top 5 glitches that have totally destroyed the game. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Make sure to go ahead and like the video too if any of these glitches have been useful to you. So getting onto the map in Fortnite Battle Royale has been a problem for Epic Games pretty much since the game was first released back in September of 2017. When you go onto the map in Fortnite Battle Royale, things get pretty weird pretty quick, and while you're down there, you have some pretty obvious advantages over the rest of people in the game. Not only are you able to see through the ground when you're under it, you're able to shoot through it as well. So if you've managed to pick up some guns, you'll be able to shoot at people without them even knowing you're right underneath them. Even worse than that, even if the people you're shooting at figured out exactly where you were, they wouldn't be able to shoot through the ground to kill you. Being underground in Fortnite Battle Royale is like being on the right side of a one-way mirror, only this mirror works for bullets too. One of the current ways to slip under the map in Fortnite Battle Royale is through the use of shopping carts and the brand new desert biome that was freshly added into Season 5 of the game. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. Glitches with the shopping carts were so bad last season that they actually had to remove them from the game entirely, and yet for some reason they are still letting glitches with the shopping carts exist in the game. If this keeps up, they'll probably have to end up getting rid of them all over again. Anyways, to get through to the underneath of the map, you first have to drop down just southeast of Paradise Palms in the new desert area. There's a truck which almost always has some shopping carts spawn on it and a deep ravine in this area, which is perfect because you're going to need both of these to do the glitch. First, you're going to need to grab as much materials as you possibly can, both to start the glitch off and to actually travel around when you break through to under the map. Then you build 3 walls and a ramp facing away from the wall on the side of the ravine. After this, you drive your shopping cart up into the little structure you have made, making sure the handlebar of the shopping cart is resting against the wall of the ravine. Finally, you build a roof above you and then spam the use button on the shopping cart. Doing this will breach you through the wall and allow you to go under the map. You have to be pretty careful while you're going down there though. For a start, you have to walk around on built structures because there's no floor under the map, and if you jump down to the water below, you will be killed by a death barrier. As long as you have the materials for it, you can go anywhere though, and as long as you can build up to the ground, you can just walk straight through it to get back onto the normal map once more. So we've already talked about how you can go under the map for as long as you want, but what if you could stay up in the air for as long as you wanted? Being in the sky is arguably one of the safest places to be in Fortnite Battle Royale. Pretty much no one is looking up there for threats, so it would be pretty useful to be able to stay up there for as long as you wanted. Well, if you really want to stay in the air for potentially the entire game, then you can by using the brand new rifts that have been added all over the Battle Royale map. These new rifts are a pretty cool addition to the game, and even without their glitch potential, they have changed up the way people play forever. Think of these things as if the tires from around the map had a baby with a jump pad, and that baby throws you up way higher. Just like the tires, they are in set locations all over the map. Just like jump pads, they allow you to deploy your glider. The only hitch is that only one person can use them at a time, and they have a brief cooldown window. Well, that's how they're supposed to work anyways. For some reason, you can currently force more people through the rift at once, and that leads to the current flying forever glitch. If you and some friends all walk through the rift at the same time, then you will be stuck flying in the sky exactly where the rift pushes you through. You won't be able to fly above the map, you just get stuck in that single position. You can come down at any time though by holding down on your analog stick or by looking down with your mouse and going into a normal free fall. This is a pretty sneaky way to get out of a gunfight and confuse people on the ground, although if they look up, they will see you just hanging there. Imagine how Fortnite Battle Royale would be if you weren't able to see guns and ammo on the ground. You would never know where any loot is, and you would never know what you were about to pick up if the E to pick up sign suddenly came up. Well, that's exactly what some people are starting to notice happening. In this clip, a Reddit user called Kevin89 came across a bunch of hay bales in fatal fields, and when he walked over to them, he was surprised to find that there was an invisible weapon on the ground and a whole bunch of invisible ammo alongside it. Kevin never picks up the weapon on the ground, but he does pick up the light bullets next to it, so that probably means that it was some sort of pistol or SMG. According to Reddit commentators, this glitch isn't limited to fatal fields but actually happens across the map, and it isn't new either. It's surprising that Epic are leaving glitches like this in the game when they are usually so on the ball for getting rid of things that are wrong with the game, so hopefully it ends up getting fixed very soon. Playing sneaky in Fortnite Battle Royale isn't for everyone, but you can't deny that there is a certain unique pleasure from taking out an enemy that has no idea where you are. Using the environment and your opponent's own stupidity to kill them without putting yourself at risk is one of the funniest things to do in the game, but sometimes it doesn't always go to plan, and can lead to you being in a pretty bad position for the rest of the flight, and sometimes that isn't even your fault. The Reddit user PetiteBite14 found himself in an unfortunate situation where he tried to kill an enemy through a hole in the roof of one of the houses in Retail Row. His enemy was sitting right below a massive gap in the roof of this house, and of course the obvious thing to do would be to rain down a bunch of shots on him before he had any idea of what was going on. Only that plan didn't really work out. He tried to shoot through the gap with a pair of dual pistols, but the shots harmlessly bounced off what looked like an invisible wall, leaving the guy completely untouched. So, not one to be deterred from a potential kill, PetiteBite decided to just destroy the ceiling that was in his way. His enemy hadn't reacted to his shots, so why not just go the whole way and get rid of the pesky wall blocking his shots? Only that didn't help. Whatever was blocking his shots still stuck around, knocking them straight out of the air before they could get anywhere close to the other guy. Even worse, the other guy's shots would still go right through the invisible barrier, as if it was some kind of one-way wall. This is the kind of bug that seriously needs to be fixed as soon as possible. If you go down to Lonely Lodge during Season 5, then you better be careful, because there's a certain spot that will instantly kill you if you get a little bit too close. The area is to the southwest of the actual Lonely Lodge building, right next to a campfire and a little ledge. If you drop down from the ledge onto the ground right below it, then you will instantly be killed by a death zone that pokes out through the floor. The current theory for why this is happening sort of links back to the very first glitch that we showed in today's video. People have a habit of getting into places that they shouldn't in Fortnite Battle Royale and causing general mischief and mayhem for the rest of the people in the game. One way to stop people from getting under the map would be to raise the kill zone right up so that it comes just below the ground. That way people wouldn't be able to go down there without getting taken out by the kill zone. Only in this case it looks like Epic may have taken the kill zone up just a little bit too far. Better luck next time, I guess. Well, that's our list of the top 5 glitches in Season 5 for Fortnite Battle Royale that completely destroyed the game. Have you come across any glitches that are even crazier than this? Leave a comment down in the comment section down below so that Epic Games has a chance of seeing it. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that you never miss out on the next Video Games Hub video.